What's going on, you guys? Today we're going to be learning the song All On Me by Devin Dawson. Real quick before we get into it, I would like to ask that if you find this guitar tutorial helpful, that you please consider subscribing. That would really mean the world to me. Now let's get into it. You are watching Logan's Lessons. So we're going to learn that main riff later, the part that plays in the intro, because first I want to show you the chords and the strumming patterns throughout the song. Oh, and our capo is going to be on the 3rd fret. We start with a B minor chord. To play a B minor chord, we're going to place our index finger on the 2nd fret of the A string. Then our 3rd finger plays the 4th fret of the D string. Our pinky right below that on the 4th fret of the G string, and our middle finger on the 3rd fret of our B string. All of that relative to the capo. That's what a B minor chord should sound like. Second chord we have is an A major chord. To play an A major chord, you can place your index finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, and your 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the B string. That's how some people like to play it. I personally like to play it with a bar, like with my index finger across, like barring across the 2nd fret of the D, G, and B strings all together, like that. Whichever is more comfortable for you is perfectly fine. Third chord we have is a G major chord. To play a G major chord, we're going to place our middle finger on the 3rd fret of the low E string. Then our index finger goes on the 2nd fret of the A string, our 3rd finger way down here on the 3rd fret of the B string, and right below that we have our pinky finger on the 3rd fret of the high E string. That's a G major chord. Last chord we have is a D major. To play a D major chord, we're going to place our index finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, our 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, and our middle finger on the 2nd fret of our high E string. That's a D major chord. So our chord progression is B minor, A, G, D. Now for the strumming pattern. We start with the down, down, up on the B minor chord. Like that, down, down, up. Then we have a split second pause before going to the A major. On the A major, we'll have a down, up, down, 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 up. I'll do that slowly. Down, up, down, 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 up. So B minor is down, down, up, pause, down, up, down, 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 up on the A major chord. Do that with me. Down, down, up, pause, down, up, down, 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 up. One last time. Down, down, up, pause, down, up, down, 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 up. So the strumming pattern you could say is a down, down, up, switch chord, down, up, down, 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 up. That holds true for the G to D as well. So the verses will sound like this. Down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up. Do that with me. One more time. Great. Then we get into a pre-chorus. The pre-chorus starts on an E minor chord. To play an E minor chord, we're going to place our middle finger on the 2nd fret of the A string. Right below that, we have our 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the D string. That's an E minor chord. From the E minor chord, we then go on to an F sharp minor chord. To play an F sharp minor chord, we're going to bar across the entire 2nd fret, all of our strings, with our index finger. Then our 3rd finger is going to be placed on the 4th fret of the A string. And right below that, we have our pinky finger on the 4th fret of the D string. That is an F sharp minor chord. So we have an E minor to F sharp minor. Each of those chords just get strummed one time. And then it's time for the chorus. The chorus is actually very simple until we get to the tag. We're going between two chords, the D major, which we already learned, and an E minor, which we also just learned. Now, the chord progression would be best written this way, however. It's a D to E minor to D. Now, the strumming pattern is actually the same as the verse. It's down, down, up to E minor, down, 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 up. E minor is down, down, up. Switch back to D major for down, 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 up. So down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, 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 up. Do that with me. more time. Great, so now let's talk about the tag. Each of these chords gets strummed just one time a piece. We have a B minor to an A major, G major, F sharp minor to E minor. I'll say that again. B minor, A major, G major, F sharp minor, E minor. So, and the E minor rings out for a second until he says, put it all on me. And all, the word all is where you hit a D major chord as a transition back into the verse chord progression. So, put it all on me. And so on and so forth. So do that with me. Put it all on me. Good. So then we have a second verse, which is the same as the first verse, and then the second pre-chorus changes slightly. We start on an E minor on this one too, but this time we wait for a second and play it on the offbeat. So, and then we go to F sharp minor, which you strum downward twice, and then A major, which you strum downward twice. And that gets you into the chorus. So, like this. And into the chorus. That second chorus is the same as the first chorus, but then we get into a bridge. Bridge is mostly the same as the verse. You play the verse chord progression through one time normally. But then the second time through, you go from B minor to A major to G, and you don't go to D this time. What we end up doing is building up on this G. And that drops you into the final chorus, okay? So that bridge will sound like this. Third chorus rolls around, and the only thing that changes this time is that the tag happens twice. And then we're into the outro. The outro, you're going to be playing the lead line, which is also in the intro and right after the first chorus. Let's learn that lead line. We start with the hammer on from the open A string to the second fret with our middle finger. Immediately after that hammer on, we play the open D string, like so. We then slide up from the second fret to the fourth fret of our D string with our middle finger, like this. Do that with me. Then right here we take our finger up one more fret to the sixth fret. This time we pick it, we slide it down to the fifth fret, to the second fret, and then the open string, like that. Do that with me. Right after that, we slide up from the second fret to the fourth fret one more time on that D string, and then the open D string, like so. One more time. So then we do that hammer-on thing again to the open D string, but here's where it changes. We then hit the second fret of our A string again, so. Then with our pinky finger, grab the fourth fret of the D string. Do that with me. Then to our A major chord, doing the second half of the strumming pattern, down, up, down, 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 up. Then G to D, just like in the verse. So that second half of the riff will sound like this. In context now. So that's what you play in the intro. After the first chorus, however, we only play half of that. You do this. And you're into the second verse. Now in the outro, you actually do the whole riff twice. It'll sound like this. And that is how you play All On Me. If you have a song request, comment it or DM me. If you wish to be notified of future videos, hit the bell. I sincerely hope that you are well. Please do me a favor and hit that like button blue. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe too. I hope this video has been a blessing. You've been watching Logan's Lessons.